just about every radio station in America is owned by some giant company. There's one in particular that is not the case. It's in the northern reaches of the lower peninsula of Michigan. Q100. 3 frequencies at 94.5, 100.3, and 106.3. A rock station like no other. And they have me doing a show once a week called the InZane Asylum on the coveted midnight to 2 a.m. Sunday morning air shift. Yes. Anyway, I make the show, I write it, I put all the music together, and I host it, and I give it away for you to check out on my Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. So, yeah, sure, you can listen to it on the radio, but I make it available on Patreon before it even airs and with no commercials. I like to give you a little Freeview of it right here. Check it out, and, yeah, maybe it'll be part of what you can add to your Patreon listening. If you just don't have enough stuff to listen to during the week with my free podcast, more is in store for you on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane for $5 or $10 a month. If you like it after 1 month, the Patreon, convert it to a yearly, and I will take 10% off of the price. There you go. It's only right. All right, folks, I hope you enjoy this Freeview of the InZane Asylum.
The InZane Asylum with Eric Zane.
Yeah, well, there's not a 6th grader in the world that I can't beat up.
On Q100, the only place for rock and roll.
Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped us?
Oh, man. Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face. Why the f*** did you do that? I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
All right, we've got big plans on this show today. I am excited, to say the least. Thank you so much for checking out the InZane Asylum. I am Eric Zane. We have JC's Tales from the Road at the end of segment 3. Let's face it, that's why everybody's here. JC's Tales from the Road happens at the end of segment number 3. I'm going to start you off with a band called, odd name, the Mooney Suzuki. I encountered these hippies somewhere. The song is called 99%. Part of the InZane Asylum on Q100.
Had a flash of mad inspiration and just the bestest of intention. Oh, but there's a blood that you need to bleed. Yes, says the mother of invention. When you've had it with the aggravation and you're swamped up in the complication, just They shot a movie once in my hometown. Everybody was in it for miles around. Out at the speedway, some kind of Elvis thing. Well, I ain't no movie star, but I can get behind anything. Yeah, I can get behind anything. Get it out, get it all out. Yeah, stretch that thing. Make it last, at least till the shop bell ring. Well, taxi driver, life till the rhythm, never like to stop. Throws a passion in, something just threw him off. Well, sometimes the faster it gets, the less you need to know. But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go. When you blow it high, dog. When you blow it high, dog. Woo! Baby, I feel fine. I'm pretty sure it's genuine. It makes no sense, now it makes no sense, but take it free anytime. If a pizza usually gets you, it was the strangest thing. How'd you move so fast into that wedding ring? Well, sometimes the faster it gets, the less you need to know. But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go. When you blow it high down, when you blow it high down. Out at the speedway, same Elvis thing. Well, I can't catch her, but I can get behind anything. Yeah, I can get behind anything. Well, I can get behind anything. Well, sometimes the faster it gets, the less you need to know. But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go. When you blow it high down, when you blow it high down, yeah, blow it high down, blow it high down. Out at the speedway, same Elvis thing.
The InZane Asylum on Q100. Can't go wrong with the Tragically hip Blow at High Dough. Last week on the InZane Asylum, I gave you JC's Tales from the Road. The tale involved at Pine Knob when JC insulted Bob Seger by asking him how much acid he drinks to get his voice like that. I guess a copy of the album Against the Wind was used as a weapon at some point during the altercation. JC writes this. Well, Easy, you have soft-pedaled this story. Bob and I have known each other for decades. For the most part, we are fine. It's his moron manager, Punch, who supposedly is menacing as Zeppelin's hulking Peter Grant. Ha! Punch did indeed hurl the album at me, then flailed at me like a 9-year-old child. I ended up putting him in a tool shed behind the Pine Knob Golf Club. Bob and I still chat. Punch and I, not so much. All right, so a little bit of an amendment to the story on JC's tale from the road. At the end of segment 3, I've got another one. It involves Lenny Kravitz and an embarrassing story that has led to Lenny always performing in bare feet when he's on stage. JC has a lot to do with that. More coming up. I'll feature Clutch coming up next, part of the InZane Asylum on Q100. Hey, Hot Voice, is it hard trying to act like you're not in love with me?
Yeah.
That's right.
The InZane Asylum with Eric Zane on Q100.
And no, you cannot have my number.
The only place for rock and roll.
Scholastic aptitude test, did you know the answers or did you guess? You rely on gimmicks to amuse your fans and act all urban to jack up your sound scheme. What's the matter with you? How come you rhyme monosyllabically? Is atrophy shrinking your entire vocabulary? Your style's like garbage cans meant to be taken out on a weekly basis. Ever since your first record, you've been in a state of suspended animation. You look like Snuffleupagus and Australopithecus, me cray you abacus. Enough about you, let's talk about me and how single-handedly I redefine the science of radio astronomy, making Nobel Prize winners question the notions of reality. Oh, but I digress. You play sorry, I play chess. King's Pawn, E3, checkmate. Go get some Percocets. Some of it, oh my bad, I didn't know you were lactose intolerant. Makes you pass gas, frightens all the girls away. The only friends you keep are those you pay. Always on the ready for the whack snack attack. I carry sandwiches around in a straight edge style jazz porn backpack. Got the gadget, Q-gate bomb, control your mind. You can jump in a pond, go quack quack and flap your arms, leave you confused but completely unharmed. I'm ashamed to admit that I've been fooled by the seductions of violence. People walking around with ugly auras. At times I've even tempted to seek the advice of Dr. Laura, but I ignore her. And I take a deep breath and count to 10. Ain't gonna let it get under my skin. Take a deep breath and count to 10. Think of all the nice places that I've been. Like back when I was waging peace against the Visigoths. I was tutoring the ancient mysteries via wise and philosoph. From the polyrhythm of celestial time. Wait for one to come to get it done and finish the rhyme.
I think you're the one that, when you feel like it's about ready to start,
come down an octave or something. So alright. Yeah.
Mr. Mojo Rising. 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 Got to keep on rising. Mr. Mojo 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 Rising. Keep on rising. Keep on rising. Rising, rising. Rising, rising. Rising, rising. Rising, rising. Rising, rising. Rising. You got in a down about an hour ago. I took a look around me with where the wind blows. With a little girl in a Hollywood bungalow. Oh, you a lucky little lady in the city of light. Or just another lost angel. City of night. City of night. City of night. City of night. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it. The Doors. Outtake. LA Woman. It's the InZane Asylum on Q100. The only place for rock and roll. Rocking that clutch in front of that. Careful with that mic. It's the InZane Asylum on Q100. So glad to be here. Download the app. WQON on the App Store. And great things will happen to you. Great things are going to happen to you as well. Well, maybe. Actually, terrible things. Nothing good about JC's Tales from the Road. This drunkard calls me up random hours, usually late at night, and tells me things that he has no recollection of later. I will share the next one with you coming up at the end of segment number 3. Our very own JC and how he started something in a weird way for Lenny Kravitz. There's a reason why Lenny Kravitz only performs on stage barefoot. It's because of JC. I will get to that at the end of segment number 3, which happens next. I'll kick it off with one from Garbage next. Part of the InZane Asylum on Q100. That's going to do it. My Freeview of the InZane Asylum. The full show happens weekly on my Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks so much for checking this out. Bye-bye.
Can you still hum every 80s pop melody or tap the beat to the all-classic 90s hip-hop tracks? Whatever decade of music is your true love, you can prove it with the world's biggest music quiz game on Alexa. We play you a clip, and you guess the song and artist. Just say, Alexa, play Song Quiz to try it now. Test yourself, your family, and your friends with music from any decade by saying, Alexa, play Song Quiz. That's Alexa, play Song Quiz.